Hey guys, today we are going to talk something really useful for you guys. Five different laws for wealth building. If you follow these laws, these five things, you are going to build your wealth for sure. Like you have to do it in a with discipline, right? That is the thing. Most people don't know like where do you start when you want to build your wealth. Like people just go mechanically to 9 to 5 job. They just come back and they get the salary, and that they think that's all, and they have to work for 40 years, and then they retire, and then they probably don't have enough time to enjoy their life, maybe because they're they're in their late 60s or 70s, right? And no, everywhere is painful. Even like when you're in your 30s or 40s, it start coming, right? So um it's not a good way to have a life and die, right? If you want to make an impact, like you want to do so many things, but you cannot do it because you have a 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
um these five laws will help you to build the wealth quickly. The more quickly that you want it, you can actually push yourself to get it done. Maybe in 5 years, 10 years, we always talk about that, right? 5 to 10 year plan, that is what you need. If you do it right, you can just get out of that rat race. 5 to 10, after 5 to 10 years, once you have enough money, 25 times your annual expenses, that's all you need to retire. If you already have that invested, you can probably retire now. So let's get into that. I'm going to share my screen to show you guys what are the five different laws that makes wealth. That is the topic for today,
Right.
right? The first one is, you need to save as much as you can from your full-time job. So if you are making $100,000, try to save at least $35,000 every year. That should be your goal, but the more the better. Like the if you can save 50%, like try to push yourself and reduce every dollar that you are spending unnecessarily. That way you can actually get to 50%. I know a lot of people that I know they are rich and they actually saved 50% of their income, more than 50%. Some of them actually save like 80, above 80%, right? So just keep on increasing your push yourself to save a lot of money.
Yeah, and the important thing, a point that we covered in a previous episode too, like just because you earn more doesn't mean that you have to spend that money,
Right,
right? You made a good point in one of the previous episodes that you still like to live a moderate life for now, so
right.
you can enjoy later. So just because you earn more doesn't mean that you have to spend. Make sure you at least save one third or one fourth or maximum possible, so it's a sacrifice for the future.
Right, right. That's a main. Actually, this is one of the main laws that if you follow this, if you know how to do it right, if you can save more than 50%, you're definitely going to be rich, wealthy, not rich, like wealthy, right? There is a difference between rich and wealth. So the second one is like, we just talked about in a different episode that you need to invest your savings. So you are saving 50% of it, right? Let's say you are saving every month $5,000, right? You just put it in the bank. It's not going to do anything. You just put it in a checking account or small savings account, regular savings account. It's not going to do anything. It's actually going to go worse because of the inflation. Every two
Even if you
percent.
put it in a money market account, which gives you a little more than savings, it's still going to be not much unless you put like $1 or $2 million in there.
Yeah, that's why like you need to watch the video that we just it's going to be up there. We will put it up there. We have another episode that we did about how to invest, how to start your investing journey. Watch that video to understand how do you, like, your $5,000, how do you multiply that $5,000 into, say, $100,000 in 5 years, right?
Right.
Like that should be your goal, and there are multiple ways to do it. And just watch that video and then you should be able to know how to do that. That's the second step. And third step is don't take any bad debt. Bad debt, we mean credit card debt is bad. Anything auto loan debt is bad. Like you don't need to have 5 cars for because you have 4 kids. You don't need to have 5 cars.
And what I would, when it comes to cars, I think what you have to understand is, let's say you really have to have a second car, for an example, right? And make sure you at least pay off your existing car. You know, what people do is that I've seen this happen often. They want to have, 3 or 4 cars. Okay, let's say that you want to have it, like you really have to have it. Make sure at least, 1 or 2 are paid off, right? In
Yeah,
that way,
exactly.
like you lose your job, or something happens in the economy, you at least can fall back into the cars that you already paid off. So it's a simple theory. Make sure at least one is paid off, so a car is there for you. You don't have to take public transportation. If you really hate it, you at least have one with you.
Yeah, yeah. Also, to add to that, like I know there is a rule called 1/10 rule in auto buying. When you buy a car, your annual income divided by 10. Like your annual income is $100,000. You shouldn't be spending more than $10,000 on your car.
On your car.
That is basically 1/10 rule for buying a car.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
So just like if you are making only $50,000, you're buying a $50,000 car. Don't do it.
It's about beyond, not to live beyond your means. Simple as that.
Right. These bad debts actually going to kill your investment. Like say you spend 5 years to make invested in a lot of money. These bad debts will make you go down in 1 year.
Right.
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 So all your 5 year effort is gone in 1 year. That is why we avoid as much as possible. No credit card maxing out, nothing like that. Don't apply for multiple credit cards. And if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, they're living off of your 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 credit card. Just avoid them.
Yeah, a bit of relationship advice too, guys. It's a bonus.
Right. Right. So and then the next one is the you have to invest in addition to the investment that you're doing, right? You're doing a lot of investment here based on the video that we posted right before. Then you have to put your money in a business that actually going to grow, because most of the businesses grows except the restaurant, and some businesses fails, like 98% of the restaurant fails in like first 3 years. So we are talking about something that is like a consulting business, or doing some kind of a product related or services and all those things. They grow. Just invest on those businesses that you can actually grow them bigger. Sometimes you can even sell them. Like you put like $20,000 to open a business. In 5 years, like if you really worked hard and grew them better, you could sell them for $500,000 or $1 million.
Right. And one more point to that, Venkat, is like when you talk about the growing businesses, some businesses are actually ever evolving, like ever increasing, like things like children's entertainment or personal health. People always, whatever happens, people always try to focus on health. Whatever happens, people try to make their children happy. And
exactly.
like unless there is a very extreme situation like COVID, where you have to make sure that you maintain the distance and all that, people in any given time, people will be concerned about their health and their children's well-being or children's happiness. So those kind of things you might want to think of if you want to invest in a business that considered as growing.
Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, that's basically, you should be in your agenda when you, like, this is one of the laws, right? So if you follow these 5 laws, the fifth one, the last one, is invest in yourself.
Yeah,
that's very critical one too. Right. So invest in yourself means, like, you need to keep up with the new technology. You need to keep up with the all the money making opportunities out there. That is, you need to keep up with the investment opportunity. There may be a new investment like cryptocurrencies has been there for the last 10 years. And you need to keep up with that, and you may probably get benefited. Your money might grow like quicker, right? But you don't want to lose it also. You don't want to lose everything. So that because of that, you just play safe on, don't put more than 10% on your cryptocurrency or some of the other risky investments. So you still have 90% left in your investment, but you're only playing around the 10%, thinking that the 10% will make you 100% that you're expecting. Instead of 90% of the investment that you're putting, probably only grow a little, maybe 10-20% a year. But the 10% of the investment that you did, probably it's a very high risk, right? It might grow 100% or 90%, double in a year, right? That's a good thing for you, and you can play safe on that. But all those things need some kind of education, like our videos, right? We talk about all those things. Just follow our channel. That's one thing we can advise you.
Yeah, and like you said, Venkat, getting your awareness up to a certain level is one of the key points in investing, when you talk about investing in yourself. But the other thing I want to highlight is, we've said this often, like in some of our previous episodes. If you're making bare minimum, or the lowest wage, like that you can probably think of, like $5, $6 an hour, working in a restaurant, waiting tables, tending bars, whatever, and you think that I will never be able to achieve financial freedom, investing in yourself comes to play. invest
Exactly right.
invest yourself in reading books, get some new knowledge, expand your network, talk to people, get connected. That's investing in yourself too, right? Because if you keep doing what you're doing, and nothing against them, but we all know, I've been there too. I worked in a restaurant too. Like, if I had thought that I will never be able to get out of this hole, I would still be making sandwiches. And what I did was I invested in myself, I educated myself, and I built my connections, built my network. That's also part of investing in yourself. And then you can be more knowledgeable, right? You can be more knowledgeable, and you can be aware of the financial industry, what's going on in the economic, the stock market, and all that stuff that Venkat shared. You can understand those things, when you educate yourself, and you invest in yourself when you're younger, when you're earning a very low hourly rate. So that's the other side of investing in yourself. I just wanted to squeeze that in.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a great point. Yeah, just you should know, like, watch all the YouTube videos, our channels, come back and visit every time we post a new video. Make sure you subscribe, and ask other friends, have some co-workers, and join you guys, and you can
Yeah.
talk about, you can even ask us a question, like if you don't know how to do it.
Yep.
Those are some of the things that you have to take initiative. Like, if you don't do it, if you don't do it today, you're gonna do it tomorrow. Like, you're gonna do it in a harder way tomorrow, and you may not be reaching there to your final goal on time, and like, you'll have to suffer a lot, right? So if you do it now, it will be very quick and short.
Yeah,
uh,
every day passes without doing this, it's not good for your future, right? If you want to achieve financial freedom sooner.
Right, exactly, right. Just follow these 5 rules, guys, and this is all you need to be successful in terms of financial freedom that you wanted to get in your life in 5 to 10 years. This is the thing that you need to keep, probably print it out and put it in your notice board, right, in your
Exactly.
table desk. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, bye now.